right, let's get this over here. All right, so today, I'm pretty zoomed out here actually on my lens, but today we are doing a unboxing of the Carcassonne Big Box edition. And this is a pretty big box. So this is pretty much taking the entire screen up here for us. So this does include the base game and 11 expansions. So we're going to take a look at the quality of the box itself first, as well as all the pieces that are going to be inside of the box. So you can see here, the sides of the game itself are going to be fairly similar here. I can kind of maybe show the edges over here as well too. So for anybody curious, I actually did bring out my measuring tape here so we can take a look here. This is going to be about 12.5 inches in height. In length, we are looking about 17 inches. And then as far as depth, let me just kind of pick this up here. You can take a look. It's just about almost 4 inches right over there. So good definition of big box. Now, obviously this is going to be 2 to 6 players, ages 7 and up, and 35 plus minutes of a game. So let's go ahead and take a look at the back while we also open up this game. Now, because this is new and we've got to take off the plastic here, we get to roll in our X-Acto knife here for us. So what's really cool here on the back is obviously it just looks really nice. And it also has pretty much a quick example of what all the expansions are going to be all about. So it's really nice if you want to kind of familiarize yourself with this. Now, I actually had the big box edition from 2017, did a video here on the channel as well for it. And I like the way it looked, but I actually like the way this one looks just a little bit more. So I'm excited to see how the inside of here is going to look like for us. So let's go ahead. I'm using my X-Acto knife. So we're going to go ahead and make a cut. It's going to be off screen here just a little bit as I can't actually get it all in the same without bumping my camera. So we're going to go ahead and take this off. Oh, I ended up bumping the camera anyways. And now we're going to have, obviously, the front of the case here while we go ahead and lift this up here for us. Again, this looks really nice. I really like this, actually, I think almost more than the 2017 Big Box edition. This just looks a little bit more like classy, where the other one had a lot more going on at the same time. But either way, both of these were really cool. So I'm excited to go ahead and lift this up. All right, so here we are with the insides of the Carcassonne Big Box Edition. First and foremost, we got our rule book right over here at the very top. So we got all of our different expansions and explanations for each of them. So we got that there for us. We got our player mat right over here. So of course, you're gonna put your meeples on and then we're gonna go through that mat. This is what the back of this mat looks like here for us. And I say mat, it's cardboard here for us. So the player scorecard. Ooh, and then we have our punch outs. So let me know in the comments down below if you like punching out these things as well. And make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are a fan of punch outs, because that helps out the channel. Now you can see over here, these are the score tokens here for us, as well as some of the expansion tokens. And then of course, just a few, and we're going to get to more of them, but a few of the player tiles that we're going to be putting down here. Now, what's really nice here is they actually give you a number. You could see over here, this is 3 out of 3. The next one's going to be 2 out of 3. So it's going to be nice to help keep track of everything as well. So we're going to go ahead and put that on to the side. Now, also too, if you're somebody who's a fan of like watching somebody punch out all of these things or sleeve cards, I sometimes do extended versions of unboxings for particular games that have a bunch of punch outs. So keep an eye out for that if you want to, or if I remember to come back and put it into the show notes here. So here's an interesting thing. So this punch out here actually unfolds. I can't even get this all in one shot here for us. So it actually unfolds into like a third and another third. Man, this is massive. So we got all of that right there for us for the second right there. Now, in case you haven't played the expansions before and you play the base game, I'm going to try to showcase this here. So there are little shadow icons on the cards themselves, or the player tokens that you put down. And I keep saying player tokens, but the tile tokens. And you'll see this one has like a meeple symbol here, and they're not always in the same spot. You can see this one's kind of a little bit on the offside here for you. And those are going to be indicators, like there's like a pig one here for that particular expansion. So some players might not want to play with all the expansions and they'll want to play with those particular. So sometimes packaging them back up can be a little difficult if you have that issue. But sometimes what I end up doing is actually going through, and there are certain tiles that I'll just always play together. And then the ones that maybe I don't always play with, I'll keep them separated. And this is the third set right over here. And you could see the river tiles have a different hint of gray or whatnot to them, because those are going to be the starting off ones here for us. And then more player placement tokens down. And then we have these ones over here on the side. Again, if you want to watch me punch all these out, keep an eye out or make sure you are subscribed to the channel when that video does come out. In between this unboxing, I actually am doing a full extended cut, but while doing that, I did want to showcase different individual pieces so you can see the quality of the pieces. Now, this is going to be very similar quality as the previous big box edition and the regular expansions when you're buying them. This is going to be really good cardboard overall. The quality feels really nice. You can see that kind of like texture on the top of the card itself, and then the back end as well. Same thing with all the pieces throughout the game, right? We showcased a few of them, but like when we look at the Mega Meeples and all that other stuff as well too, like these are going to be good qualities, very similar. So not a lot has changed when it comes to the experience of like the pieces of the game, which is really nice because I did like how they always felt and looked. So just kind of wanted to showcase that. Now this looks really, really cool here, but this actually is quite a bit different than the original one, which had really good, easy placement. But nonetheless, let's keep going through and see how this all ends up. So we have this bag right over here that looks like it's going to have a bunch of stuff. It might be a little loud here for us. So let's go ahead and open this up here. And you can see this is where we're going to have like our meeples. We're going to have a lot of our player tokens for different expansions. So you can see here, yeah, we got the Mega Meeples is what we like to call those ones. We got all of these player tokens here. My curiosity is going to be when I'm done playing, how are these all going to look? So we got like the Pig Meeples and some of the other characters here as well too. So just in case you haven't seen them before or want to see what these ones look like comparatively, honestly, I'll say these kind of look and feel very similar to the expansions that you would buy separately and from previous versions. Because like I said, I had the 2017 Big Box edition. So they all there look pretty similar. Now it looks like over here, it does have some instructions on how this kind of ends up working out, because this is going to come up here for us. And it kind of gives, I'm going to bump into this camera multiple times, aren't I? So you can see right over here, it has some instructions on how to set this up. And then it looks like there will be dividers, which is good, because that's honestly what I was worried about for a second. So it looks like there will be dividers here for us to be able to put back the different expansions. So you can see like the river is going to be right over here, and it tells you how many tiles. Same thing with like the base version. Same thing with that other edition. I can't even think off the top of my head what they're called. And then up here actually kind of points the arrows in which way they're going to be placed. So it's a lot easier. We got some of the bigger items that are going to look like they're going to be on this side as well. Now, if you don't want to do any of this, you could definitely take this out. There's nothing in here, obviously, but if you wanted to go crazy and set that all up, man, I should probably count how many times I bumped that camera. So we got all that. I'm going to go ahead and just slide this back in here before I ruin it. Hopefully it's not as easy to ruin it for people. Oh, and there's the dice. I was looking for this or thinking about it because I knew one of the expansions has a dice in there as well too. So that dice is in the game for one of the expansions. So that looks nice. This actually feels really good. Very similar to, again, the previous expansion as well. So I'm going to be curious how this is going to work out here on this side. This one seems a little bit easier with the tiles because of these divider looking things that we're going to, I guess, fold in and, you know, separate all of these as well. Now, I mentioned a couple of times, if you want to check out the full extended version with punching out and like filling these all up and everything, you're welcome to check it out if it's in the show notes, or subscribe for when that video does come out. But I just wanted to showcase the unboxing of the Carcassonne Big Box Edition. I believe this version came out in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. It has all 11 expansions included in this box. Now, if you want to pick up a copy of this version of Carcassonne, the Big Box Edition, I'll have a link for you in the show notes down below. That does help me out so I can continue to do more unboxing videos here for you. And if you want to check out more content, I'll have my next video right over here on screen. Hopefully it is the extended edition if you want to check that out. Otherwise, I'll have my video talking about my board game mat, which is this down here, if you want to extend your gameplay experience.